Yeah, this is Fitness Trader. Today's date is 23rd of February 2026, and we're back again on the chart. And as you can see, we are on the chart of Euro USD on a weekly time frame. I don't know if you've noticed, yeah, but the chart is clean. There is on an analysis. Sorry about that. From the previous week, 2 weeks ago, everything has been wiped off, has been cleared, so we can face the week looking you, especially with the fact that this is the last week of the month, the fourth week of the month of February. February ending on the 28th. So yeah, let's dive right into it as we march forward. Um, First things first on the weekly chart, I'm going to first be highlighting our void, as you can see here. Um, I'm just going to be keeping things light, you feel me? Nothing too intense, nothing too serious. Today is a Monday, like I said. Mondays we ain't trading. We just observe the market. Although I'm coming in late, this is 11 a.m. New York time. I ought to have been here since 7 a.m. New York time to, get the whole analysis started. But regardless, we're here is that we're here, innit? So yeah. So, let's see what this. Okay. This here is a daily fair value gap, if I'm not mistaken. Although I think I forgot to label it that. Oh, let's find out. So we're stepping down now to a D1 time frame. Let's find out if I was right or wrong. Yep, I was right. It's a D1 fair value gap. I think I need to find out a color to use to denote the different rectangles and their time frame. I don't know. I'm just a fan of purple, and my orange stands for a void most of the cases. But I can't find any other color that is very nice I can use for a fair value gap from a higher time frame, that is maybe from like a day, 1 day time frame, maybe 4 hours. Maybe both of them can share the same color. Then maybe a 1 hour and a 15 minutes can share this purple. But if you have any idea of colors that look sleek that I could use, as you can see, purple is my normal base color. Orange right here is what I use mostly for my voice, so I can spot them from afar. You feel me? Although sometimes I use them for my daily time frame fair value gaps. That's just so that it can be able to be easily understood by me. Or if you have any other opinion, please do let me know in the comment section. That's if you decide to join eventually. But if not, it's all cool. Like I said, I'll just have to ask around, poke my nose around and just get information and all that shit. Um, Sorry about that. I'm trying to find out this color. Whoa. I think this is going to be true for a daily time frame. Yeah, I think that's going to be true for a daily time frame. Yeah, that's true for a daily time frame. And here, let's label it here, shall we? There's a shade day one very sleek in it. Let's cancel this as well. Okay, this is also a void here, a daily void. I don't know. I just like to denote my voids. It helps me a lot. It helps me a lot. Okay, yeah, and you can see that I've turned it to a void. And I don't know if you've been observing the market since. Let me denote the beginning of this week here. This is this is the first candle of the week, and that's not what we're looking at. So we're trying to denote. Last week candle. This was the first candle of last week being Monday. And if you observe, after it stepped into this fair value gap, it traded down, took out this low. So yeah. And right now, this is where we are within this void, which is also a fair value gap here, bro. Let's step down again and see what's really going on in the market. You feel me? Because here is actually a good settings. This can serve as a close of a fair value gap and a void, then another block in this range, which is also, you know, within the low of this candle that helped form the fair value gap again. So let's step down to 4 hours. Like I said, Mondays are just use and observe. You feel me? I'm not the best yet to be able to be able to trade on Mondays or trade complex price actions. But yeah, that's just it. Yeah, this is everything that happened this week. As you can see, a relative equal highs after market swept down this low. It swept it down into the fair value gap stroke order block here as well. And as you can see, let's denote this region. That's down close candle. You see that retested, retested, or rather, sorry, rejected, rejected, and boom into this void. With the void also being a small, tiny fair value gap, very tiny, almost irrelevant. See there. Oh yeah. If you also observe, this is also rejection at this range here. This region is also rejection. So what is market trying to do? Is it trying to go lower to take out these lows and eventually take this out and trade into this region here? Or is it trying to just turn around again and aim for this high, aim for these relative equal highs here into that fair value gap? I really don't know for real. Like initially the idea was price reaches here after this break of market structure, since it traded into a void the fair value gap, it goes up trading to here and then attacks this, then probably this and into this daily fair value gap. If you may then try to close it or something. Well, as you can see, market has done otherwise from what I was expecting from last 2 weeks and still doing otherwise last week. So this week we're going to be approaching price or market with caution. We're not just going to force our analysis to take part in the market. We're going to wait and observe and see what the price has to do for us. You feel me? And yeah, this is just what I'm seeing in 4 hours. So we're going to be stepping down to a 1 hour. And this right here is our 1 hour time frame. So let me denote for us the beginning of Monday being today. So we can be able to see how price is doing so far. We don't work with Sundays. So this is Monday here. This is Monday, and as you can see, that rejection you were seeing on the 4 hours, it actually had the fair value gap on an hourly time frame. And as you can see, that's what it traded into last closing into last week Friday. You saw it trading into this Sunday, rather, because this is Sunday 18 o'clock. See the time, Sunday 18 o'clock, 19, 20, 21, and traded into Monday. As you can see, this is normally too early. I don't think anyone will be awake in this region on a Monday, but that's just basically it. You get this now is also liquidity resting below the marketplace. Liquidity also resting above the marketplace. And from the look of it, I think price is going to be going down for this liquidity below the marketplace first. But then again, we'll have to wait and see. Relative equal highs here. It's just to know which one is going to draw price which one has the most order and that is going to draw price towards it more. You don't know. That's why I don't really like Mondays. No, I don't really like it. I don't just know how to trade complex setups. Like I said, I'm still trying my best, to make improvements into my mental state and all that stuff. And Monday is not just it due to the weekend and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it. This is a void here as well. This is also a void. The things about void is whenever I see a void from what my mentor ICT always says, well, by the way, I'm an ICT person. It should be obvious by now. But what ICT always says is whenever there's a void in the market, price market tends to draw price towards it and tends to want to feel it occasionally. As his illustration, the illustration he uses is if you're a painter now and you have your ruler, that is that ruler that you use to paint walls. If you go, if you dip your ruler into the paint and you roll it once on the wall, you'll notice that the thing has gaps that paint didn't touch on the wall. That is the void. And if you roll it back the first time, it's going to cover the gap, yes, but it's not 100% certain that it's going to cover all the gaps. So you have to roll continuously, maybe 3 to 5 times for it to blend in and paint to cover every part of that wall that the roller touched. So that is basically how a void works. You get, because it traded down into it does not mean that it has fully filled up this void. It might want to still trade consecutively, yeah, to just fill it up properly, then move to wherever it wants to go to. That's just basically it. Yes, whenever I see a void, like even if the void is far away, I just like to drag it to the recent time. As long as I haven't seen that consecutive filling up, I just always want to keep my awareness on that void. You get. So that's just basically why I just like to note all my voids and all that shit. And um this right here, let's step down to a 15 minutes. This right here, like I said, this is relatively cool. And if I to use a fib, yeah, yeah. Like I said, Monday is not just my day of trading. This is actually at a premium, yes, but I don't like where the fair value gap is sitting. Normally, I would like a fair value gap to form above the premium, not inside of the 50 mark range, not inside of the mid range of the trend. I like some above, like as we're going on a downtrend, I would like to see the fair value gap found above it, not on it exactly. That way I can be like, okay, yes, this is actually a premium price and I can set it and use that fair value gap. Well, I ain't seen anything really happening here today. Like the market is, I don't know. Others might see. Then again, like I said, you might see something good and fine, but personally, on how I do my stuffs and all, I ain't seeing that much happening here. So yeah. In case you are hearing a background noise, that's probably my phone speaking. Sorry about that. Um, I don't know if you remember. I think in the previous video, I made a statement regarding looking that we're in Lenten period for Christians, for Catholics in particular. And I've actually been thinking of what to do for Lent. I actually think I came up with it. I'm going to be fasting. I know normally you say like, that's what Lent is for. But people make mistake about thinking Lent is abstaining. Fasting is actually abstaining from food. Fasting is not actually as abstaining from food. It's actually abstaining from something you don't want to be in control of your life anymore. Some people might be that overeating. Maybe you tend to eat a lot or that kind of stuff. You can decide that alright, or maybe you tend to eat meat and all those kind of shit a lot and be like, okay, alright, good and fine. I want to fast away from this stuff. That is, I want to fast away from eating a lot. Yes, then you will not do that is the normal kind of fasting that we now have. That's when you not be like okay, you will not eat in the morning till 6 in the evening or to 12 at noon, depending on your condition. Basically, you get most some people have medical condition that can't allow them to go for a really long time without eating. Yes, share when you have situations like ulcer, you can't go that long all day like from in the morning to 6 in the evening without eating. It's going to cost you a whole lot. Some people might decide that alright, I want to fast from fornication. Is also part of it. You want to fast from lying, fast from stealing, fast from bearing false witness, all those kind of stuff. It's just basically fasting as well. It's not just pre- it's not just should I say preventing your physical body from getting something. It can also prevent the spiritual body or maybe that it's also the physical body, but yeah, is I don't know how to explain. It's just like preventing the mental health now, your mental state now from getting that satisfaction. For some people get this dopamine from when they lie, some get it when they fornicate, some get it when they steal. There's this dopamine rush that you get when you steal something or when it's difficult to take something away from someone and you do it, or you are being rude or wicked or evil, that kind of shit. And that's just it. You can just try and fast away from those kind of stuff. It's not compulsory that I must be fasting from food. Yeah. Um I think I'm going to write that in my journal. Yeah. So um I'm not really seeing anything going on here again. Like I said before, this is not just my my target day of the week to look at to trade. We just observe the charts, see what my price have done initially. This stuff I just did is the silver bullet open and close actually. I just wanted to step down to 5 minutes. And you can see no serious move there. Nothing too serious. 20 pips max. Nothing too serious. I'm not even seeing any tangible entry. If not this here, this entry here that you be like your what they call it. Besides this, just for record, this I wouldn't have even entered it regardless. As here, when a fuck you stop loss, then you attack here, you stop loss. Then again, this is a void though. I think this is a 1 hour void. Let me take note of that. One, uh, no, no, that's and this is going to be a 1:8. If you want to play it safe, like I always said, you just attack the void and it's going to be a 1:4. Yes, you get your trade, you get it in place. But then again, will you have the mind to take this, especially for the fact that this is a Monday? I really don't like Mondays. This is actually a very clean setup. Well, it's not all the setup you see you go with. And they said I wasn't online and all that kind of stuff. But then again, that doesn't count if you but it's just I don't just like trading on Mondays. Anything that's going to warrant me to enter a Monday trade, the setup has to be very visible, very clean. It gets and still that's just me trying to go against my rule. But then I really don't like Mondays for trading. So yeah, I need to be canceling all this. There's nothing much to say here, so I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. What's really going on? Probably tomorrow we'll come around, we'll see what price did, and we'll look into what price is going to be doing further. I think by the grace of God, I should be online by 7 o'clock New York time to observe the market and take breaks of videos on what I'm seeing and what I'm placing and all that kind of shit. So please tune in to we see tomorrow. Peace.